it's you. Come on in. We're glad to see you.
We have a fun soap today from Talent Soap Factory.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's great to see you. Come on in. Your chair's always waiting. If you happen to be here during the live premiere, join the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you too.
And for our mention today, we have a special guest, Nanda Mona.
Yo, this is my godson, Nanda. How are you, Nanda?
I'm doing really good. How are you
And
guys?
what brings you here to the Barbershop Duet?
I'm here to smell a really good soap.
We hope so. And how might people know you, especially if they live in the San Francisco East Bay?
So I'm in a band called Tomorrow's June with a 2. We're on all of the social medias, and our music is really good, in my opinion. Humble brag.
If you didn't know, just to look at him, he is a musician. So
Check it out.
And what's our soap today, and why are the three of us here to smell it?
So over at Talent Soap Factory on Etsy, there was an awesome sale, and I found this soap hiding, and it actually connects to all of us because on the cover, you'll see there is a Volkswagen, and we each actually drove in Volkswagens for a while.
And we are told that this soap might actually be recreating a very special adhesive that was used inside of Volkswagen cars. Are you kidding me? Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Talent Soap Factory.
Scent profile, crayon wax, like a freshly opened box of crayons. Over the years, I've owned a few VWs and every one has smelt like crayons. Turns out, it's actually a protective chassis coating called Cosmoline that is applied during assembly to prevent corrosion. Who knew? The name of the soap is L20B, a paint code for a VW Beetle called Brilliant Orange. It's one of my favorite colors.
Wow.
Y'all, I'm excited. Do you remember what your Volkswagen smelled like?
Literally crayons. Anytime somebody would come into my car, they would say, "Why does it smell like a Crayola factory?"
And that was your first car,
Yeah,
right?
first and
That's
second
such a fun
car.
memory,
If
yeah.
you know a VW Beetle, y'all, I used to ride in the very back compartment. I was a month and a half premature, so I fit. You could look. There are
true.
pictures. I was not this fat until the 5th grade. So, y'all, I'm not sure if it smelled like crayons or if I smelled like crayons because I was 6, but y'all, it absolutely had a scent that once you smell it again, you are instantly whisked back to those Herbie days of driving through the Haight-Ashbury in a bug.
And it's funny, I don't think I really realized that that's what it smelled like until I was reading this description. And then as an adult thinking back, I was like, that's exactly what it smells like.
Because I think you just think that all cars smell like that when you're little.
Right, or they
You don't
have their own
realize.
smell and you just roll with it. But
Right.
it is the crayon wax kind of
My
vibe.
dad had a project car in the garage that did not smell very good. It did
No.
not smell like crayons. It smelled like hobos.
So when do we open the box?
I think now's good. So there's a few extra soaps in here because I went crazy on the last sale. I'm not going to lie.
How many are in there?
I think there's 4 and maybe a splash.
And if you buy more than 3, they put the sticker
They
on
put the
box.
sticker. It says best smelling male ever.
There you go.
So there you go. Okay, time for us to go digging.
Whenever the porch pirates end up grabbing one of these, we always ask if the postman smells better that day.
Ooh, look at what we got.
Oh, we got candy! Oh, gummy bears! There you go. Oh, I love it. That's going to be a good
So
thing.
I know the splash is for a different one. I'm pretty sure. So
Oh, okay.
we
So that's
can,
not
we can
for
start
that.
digging
What
here.
else did you get? No, let's see.
Ta-da!
Oh, here we go, right in the mouth.
See?
Oh, we'll just
Total
take that as a
fun.
good omen. Oh, that's a beautiful label.
Right? How could I not?
And that's the orange.
That must be the
yep.
orange. The brilliant
Oh, the
orange.
license plate. All right, well, since you are the guest, you get our ceremonial first impression. The tubs aren't clear anymore.
They've had an upgrade, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, new tubs. All right, so take it in. Now, we suggest that you clam it, that you
Okay.
open the lid and you make it like a little clam saying hello, and you just take a snip that way. So it's totally up to you.
See if it takes you back to your Volkswagen.
Let's see.
I mean, power of suggestion, but let's see.
Yeah, a little bit. It's on the label.
It's kind of perfect.
Ah, yeah, what do you get?
I'm just getting a box of crayons.
Love it.
But it's my favorite color. Just all blue. 24-pack, all blues.
Oh.
Smell the blue.
With the sharpener.
Oh, yeah, the sharpener.
With the sharpener.
That was a
The
thing.
64 pack. That's how you know your mom loved you, is when you got the 64 pack.
This might be also a good episode because school's just starting and everyone gets the
True.
new
Right,
box of
pack
crayons.
crayons. Mine would be broken by now.
No, it's just dead on.
Whoa.
It's
Now,
just dead on.
Does it also smell like the kind of crayons that could smell like the inside of a Volkswagen?
To me, I believe so. Yeah, it's whatever you were going for, you did it.
It always helps to be a really hot day, too, because if it was a hot day, it was going to smell extra.
Oh my
like
gosh.
What kind of Volkswagen did you have?
I had 2 Jettas, one 2001 and one 2003. I crashed both. However, I'm a good driver now.
You see how 2 of them are laughing? I'm not, because I'm the responsible one. You like this? He's proud he goes 190 down the Caldecott Tunnel.
does.
I went 110 one time.
In a Volkswagen?
Yeah. It surprised me too.
I had a
They
Jetta
know
too.
that?
Yes. Well, I had a Jetta too, and I, without knowing, it would want to speed up. Like, it wanted to live at 75. And
Yeah.
I was a new driver, and I was like, wait a minute. Like,
Yep.
Eileen!
All right, take it in. What do you get?
My turn. Let's see. It's been a long time. I'm trying to think the year when I was in my Jetta. Or we did have a Volkswagen Beetle that was a 1971. So I'm
Nice!
curious which car it's going to take me back to.
I think
but-
Mom's was a 68 or a 69. I
Ooh.
think.
Yeah, ours wasn't the orange. Ours was the yellow.
We had
really
the Herbie
faded
color.
yellow.
The Herbie color. Y'all driving around San Francisco in the Love Bug? I mean,
How
yeah.
could you not? Okay, here we go.
All right, take it in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah?
I actually don't get crayons right away. I get the Volkswagen right away.
Nice.
Huh.
Nice.
I really thought I would get the other side, but yeah, I definitely get more. I don't know if it's just been a long time since I've used crayons.
Right. Now, for me, there was a little tiny, like, goodbye wisp of an oily quality to it. And it just
Yeah.
kind of spoke to me about it being a piece of machinery. You know
So
what I mean?
I think I'm getting what the Volkswagen brand new would have smelled like. I think
right.
ours, by the time we got it, it was definitely older.
Right,
So
right.
I think ours had like that older kind of leather part mixed in
Right.
with this scent.
And it was, I think, leather seats or sort of leather seats.
Yeah.
Because they either smelled like leather or they smelled like a plasticky kind of leather. Or some of it was leather and some
Yeah.
of it wasn't.
Ours was
So
kind
that
of
the
cracked
smell.
because it was so old, so
Right.
that we had like covers over it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
But I think if I could have the Volkswagen Beetle off the lot,
Right.
this is the smell that it would be inside.
Oh, all right. Pass it over.
See what you
I
think.
want to see what I remember here. Let's see. All right.
Takes you back to driving in your
This was my
Herbie
dad's
color.
work car. He would take this to the funeral home every day. So he'd come back smelling faintly of his afternoon cigarette, which my mom would get mad at. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's very nice. It's very light.
It is. It's
It's
light.
very light. Oh, yeah, but it's there. That's
Right?
Yeah.
nice. And you know what's funny? I'm reminded that Play-Doh is the only scent that has figured out a way to be copyrighted in the United States.
right.
Like, not even Tom Ford or Calvin Klein, they can't
There you go.
copyright anything. but
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh sure can. So it's things like this. It's like iconic sense of real things. This could be copyrighted. This is lovely. Oh yeah, and it's just it's so light that it's like the vibe of being in the car. So
Yeah.
if you were in the Volkswagen, right, you wouldn't be inundated with the scent all day.
not
No,
overwhelming,
you would
yeah.
like have a wisp of it as you got in the car, and then it would sort of blend into the rest of the smells of the day. That's what this is. Oh, that's nice. And you know, why don't we go take a look at this singular set note while we show Nando how to build a lather? So Nando picked out my Mystery Machine brush. It had a little bit of a hippy-dippy weatherman kind of feel to it for our 1960s inspired
Perfect.
soap here. These are our bougie sticks. Oh, look at that. That's got a nice little
It's a little.
bite back to the stick there.
It's a very bright white soap
is.
too. I don't know if that'll come across on camera, but sometimes it has a little hue. This one does not.
And this is my Captain's Choice Aquamarine Bowl. And for those Captain's Choice fans, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. They have 2 new bowls out. One of them is the copper bowl, the standard size, and it is shiny. It's got a new finish on it, shiny like a new penny. And the other one is a smaller travel size
little
bowl.
tinier.
Right. So like for her hand size, it's kind of got the same size here without one of the outer ridges.
Right. So 2 out of the 3. That's how small
So
smaller it
we've
is.
got some things a-coming. We'll let you know when they get here. But I'm excited about that because this is one of my all-time favorite bowls. There we go. And then grab your dry brush and just kind of go to town there.
See if Nando can build a lather on camera.
Right. Now,
No
Nando is not
pressure.
a total newbie, but he does hang out in the sterling section of our cabinet. So he's familiar with those lathers, but not this one.
But we made Melinda do her first
We
lather
did.
on the
Melinda
show.
did
So it's
her
only
one. Here,
fair
can
that
watch
you have
the
to do
NYC
too.
Odyssey
That's
episode.
It's all over me.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
Lather
Really
foul.
serious.
Lather foul.
It's Marcus's fault.
Go counterclockwise in the bowl. If you don't get the soap on the bristles, it's not going to make a lather. No, you're doing it wrong! If you would like lather training, please reach out to the Barbershop Duet. Wrong! When the Cubs play the A's, it gets ugly.
It does.
It gets ugly.
That's happening next week.
Because we win.
Yeah, you're wearing your Cubs, you're wearing your A's. It's only fair.
Is that A's?
Technically.
Yeah, technically, because it's Day of the Dead.
Yeah. Wow.
I went there.
Too soon. Too soon.
This from the guy who's taking tools to the last game.
And I'll do it again.
Watch this episode becomes evidence in Pizza versus Nando Molinar.
I'm doing my best, I promise.
Yeah, it's just a thirsty lather.
It's fine. This is why they invented Arco. This is why Cremo sells. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, which means it's foolproof. Anybody can build a talent soap. I mean, anybody.
If I could do it.
You could do it.
Do you know how many drugs he's on? All right, y'all. So this is something you will only find in the Barbershop Duet. This is the engines in the back with. On 3, 1, 2. Okay, and... Oh, it is way more to life in the lather.
Yeah, that
There
seems
you
more
go.
real. I have to say I'm in the Volkswagen now. I think.
Now it's got a little bit of the humidity of the hot day.
It does.
It's got a little water in the lather. Right there you go.
Our Volkswagen Bug had a trailer hitch that attached to the motorhome. So we would take it with us camping, and our friends would have their motorhome.
Wait. Would the motorhome tow the Bug?
Yes.
Okay. Because for a second. Because there was a motorhome made for the Bug, y'all, but it was about this big. It looks like this.
So ours had an attachment that could be towed behind the motorhome.
So you could ride in it behind the motorhome if you wanted.
Well, not legally. We had a total of 8 people that we wanted to go and get dinner at Denny's. So all 8 of us fit in the Volkswagen Bug.
And do you know how remarkable it is to find 8 people who all want to eat at Denny's?
The 2 dads in the front seat, 2 moms in the second seat, 2 of the daughters, and then my sister and I were in the little bubble in the back with our knees up our nose. But it was a wonderful thing to get to Denny's and then proceed to all continue to get out of the Bug. And everyone in line thought we were a clown car, because clearly
the RV was empty. And just to round out our segment on the scent notes, here are the scent notes. This is crayon wax, like a freshly opened box of crayons. And they smell like cosmoline, which is a special finish that was put on the chassis of the Volkswagen when it was finished to prevent corroding. So it probably was a little bit like oil-based, right? The way it would go on.
Right.
But there were probably a dozen movies that my mom made a big thing about us sitting down to watch. Like, it wasn't just go watch this. It's, I'm going to show you this movie.
As a
You know what I
family.
mean? There's probably 12 that were like that. Mary Poppins was like that. One of the ones that was like that was The Love Bug with Dean Jones. And y'all, what a fantastic movie. And it was shot in San Francisco during its glory days. So while everything was gorgeous and before they put up that horrible Embarcadero freeway, like everything that they filmed was just as San Francisco is always meant to look. And since my mom had one, it was just super special for her to watch those scenes of it going through San Francisco, because you could tell that that was her like 10 years before that, before I came along and ruined everything.
Yeah, Marcus. My favorite thing watching the Herbie movie is hearing the sounds of the Beetle. Like, it just takes me back. The little glug glug and the horn is just so specific to that
And
car.
Melinda, who was on the show not long ago, for 20 years of my life, drove a VW Beetle. And you could hear her coming home from rehearsal from 9 blocks away. There was something about that non-carbureted engine, right? That was air-cooled. I don't even know exactly what that means. You would know what that means.
It just means it's cooled by air.
Thank you for that. Thank you. This has been the Barbershop Duet, and it's in-depth reporting.
Yes. I just remember growing up, they actually did a remake of Herbie.
Right.
And it was with Lindsay Lohan. Right. And
Disney Channel.
And that's when I first learned that you have to hit the clutch and the brake at the same time.
Touché.
I was like, what's going on here?
Right.
And then I had to look
pedals.
it up.
Like everyone else in my generation, we learned that from Marty McFly. And I know for a fact you can unscrew the odometer of that Volkswagen Beetle by hand, because that's what my mom used to do to fool her mom in Stockton, was she would unscrew the odometer, drive to San Francisco to meet up with her cousin, and then drive back and then screw it back in. At least I hope she remembered to screw it back. And y'all, there's lots of hills in the city. We're going to have to take this car a little bit deeper.
So I don't think I actually ever really drove our Volkswagen because it was a stick shift, but I did drive the Mazda Miata, which was how I learned how to drive a stick. And on hills, that was quite an adventure.
Raise your hand if you can drive a stick. You know what's really amazing is if you live here, you will still see Volkswagen Beetles every day that you go outside. I don't know if it's just a West Coast thing, but I mean, are they still around? Because I mean, they were so well made. They are everywhere.
I thought it was super cool though. One of my friends in college had the newer one that with the top went down.
Right. Came with a flower
Right.
and then the dash.
Did.
Right?
It totally did. And living in Southern California to go to the beach, it was just like the epitome of the car that you were supposed to have.
And y'all, color crayons for me do have a bit of a special meaning. I was driving with my mom once when she moved back to her hometown to retire, and she pulled into the cemetery. She had a little pack of 12 color crayons that she took out to a grave and had a little moment there and got back in the car. Hey, what was that, Mom? She said, well, when I was 5, we moved here to Nevada City from Concord. I didn't know anybody. I had just found out that I was adopted, so I was feeling kind of out of place and a little bit alone, and I was crying my first day of kindergarten. Well, this little boy named Scott Woodman came over to me, and he handed me this box of 12 Crayola color crayons. And I looked at him, and I said, what's this for? And he said, because you're sad, and you're crying, and nobody should be crying. Why are you crying? And she said, I don't have any friends. And he said, I'll be your friend. My name is Scott, and I want you to have my crayons. And she took them. And y'all, once I heard that story, everywhere I taught after that, everywhere, I would give my new students a box of color crayons. I would tell them that story. And I would tell them, you are to take these and go out into the world and hand these to somebody who needs it. And if you don't know who, trust that the universe will guide you the same way it guided Scott to those crayons. Scott lost his life in his 40s, but my mom never forgot. In fact, Scott's mama makes ceramics, and she made me this just to remember that little ritual.
Keep that story alive.
So y'all, next time you're at Target, grab a pack of crayons. Keep them with you. Keep them on you. Keep them in your car. It'll smell good. And then when you see somebody who needs some, who just needs a friend, give them the box of crayons. You would be shocked at the shockwaves that little gesture sends out into the universe.
That was another reason I picked that soap out, because I remembered that story. And even I didn't realize it smelled like Crayola crayons until reading that and then seeing the label. But I did. I remember that gesture and that story from your mom. And the fact that she owned a bug, I felt like we were supposed to do this episode for Genie Bug.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just have your mom buy you your very first box of 64 Crayola crayons. You're going to take out your very favorite one and you're going to try out that crayon sharpener on the back of the box. Well, just about the time you've worn that crayon down to nothing, trying to get that stupid sharpener to work, and there's paper everywhere, and now all your stuff is ruined, you got your own. So head over to etsy.com/shop/Talent Soap Factory to find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Sure, whisk me away to Monte Carlo in August, but y'all, to be able to recreate the actual scent of my mama's Volkswagen Beetle when she used to take it into the Haight-Ashbury in the summer of love, why, that's a special thing. Talent Soap Factory, thank you for knowing that sometimes outside the box is the bullseye. In fact, y'all head over to their Etsy site and see what they got going on. The stuff they just dropped is whimsical and hilarious, and I want more. Y'all, the base on this is absolutely fantastic. Safe, fluffy on my face, sticky where I want it to be. It goes on in coats. Y'all, Talent Soap Factory, keep doing everything right.
Welcome to Messages!
Hey, also for our September giveaway, we are offering a $20 gift card to Zingari Man. And all you have to do to be eligible is send an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on October 4th when we have Alexa choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck!
You know what I love best about this? It doesn't try too hard.
Nope.
Because I figured if it did try too hard, it would go too far. It wouldn't smell like Volkswagen anymore. It would smell like novelty color crayon.
Right.
But this smells like crawling in a Volkswagen, ready for Dad to take me to the funeral home. You know, like you do.
But there is something fun about Talent Soap Factory. They really pushed the limits. Like, remember the spray painting one that we had?
Vandal, right? Freshly drying spray paint.
And there's just something so cool and honest about the
Fantasy
artistry.
donut, you know? Who doesn't want a big yeasty donut in the morning?
It's so what it says it is. It is. I don't know how they can come up with that scent, but
What was
they
our
nailed
other one?
it.
It was a normal one. Oh, Tonka and tobacco.
Right. Another one.
Beautiful, y'all.
And we definitely have some more coming up, so I'm excited to see what y'all think of the other ones that I I found in the box. I just wanted to say a special thank you to Lathering Yeti, who made sure we saw this sale right at the beginning so that we could get all this cool, fun stuff.
And where might we find out more about Tomorrow's June if people want to hear your music?
You can go on all streaming services like Spotify, iTunes. You can go on Instagram, all of the social medias, and just look up Tomorrow's June
With the number 2.
And you know what's funny about scent and memory? I'm sure my dad in 1984 would not want to shave and smell like his car he was about to get into. You know what I mean? But this is a cherished and coveted memory for me. And now it's hiding in this little tub in the bathroom, and I get to re-experience it anytime I want.
And now we can watch Herbie and smell that, and we're going to have to get some other fun ones to go with
There
that
you
one too,
go.
right?
I bet there are a few more we could smell and watch Herbie.
Isn't there a drink that they give Herbie too, or they're drinking with him?
They actually poison him with Irish
There you
coffee.
go.
David Tomlinson does it, right? And he says, "Where's your mother from?" He says, "Ireland." And he
Right.
says, "What part?" "Coney, Ireland." And y'all, we do realize that we like to see how this lathers the face while we don't do our shaving. It is important to see how this covers. Look at that, y'all.
little
Get a few of
slickness
your
for
friends
everybody.
together. Get your godchildren. You can all
Little
shave together with
lather
this. You
party.
just need one batch. This is
It's a good little slickness going on.
I know. Can you break this slickness, Bear?
No, I cannot.
I do need to shave. I could do it
Oh,
later.
see, there we go. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching it.